My name is Jason Sorens. I'm an assistant professor of political science at the University at Buffalo, State University of New York. And I am here at CMC headquarters in Brussels, participating in a dinner debate on the topic constitutionalizing the right to self-determination. The debate is based around a book I wrote entitled Secessionism. In this book, I examine the empirical evidence on the origins of secessionist movements and their implications for ethnic violence in certain countries or decentralization of powers. And one of the central arguments I make in this book is that central governments should allow their regional minorities a right to self-determination, up to and including independence. I also provide some guidelines on how such a right might be written into countries' constitutions. Constitutionalizing a right to self-determination in the Constitution would achieve two objectives. First, it would reduce the risk of ethnic violence in many countries where that accompanies secessionist movements. The reason is that ethnic minorities would know that they could achieve their objectives through the democratic process. Second, a constitutional right of self-determination would reduce the political and economic uncertainty associated with referendums on the question that may or may not be legal or may not be authorized or recognized by central governments in the absence of a constitutional provision. So the recommendations I make for a constitutional provision for self-determination include good boundaries for regions that are up to local people. So local people should have the right to select their region of residence. And the way we could do that is through local referendums in villages or larger geographic entities within regions so that the borders actually reflect ethnic realities on the ground. Second, there should be a clear provision about how a question must be phrased. It should clearly indicate what the terms mean. So it should indicate what sovereignty means or what independence means. And there should be an agreed upon threshold for achieving a yes result in a referendum. Whether that threshold should be 50% or 55% is really up to the parties involved, but there should be a clear threshold.